Welcome back to the Zero Weakness Podcast, where we talk about how to be a better lifter, how to be a better coach, and everything in between. Make sure you subscribe and enjoy.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Zero Weakness Podcast.
Yeah, I like that.
As always, our podcast is sponsored by the lovely people at Establishment Coffee. So head to allthews.establishmentcoffee.com.au for 25% off and free shipping. Welcome back, fam. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Been sitting in the mirror every day practicing that. Last 3 weeks.
All the W's.
Man,
The remix of doom.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
How was everyone's New Year?
Splendid.
Splendid.
Yeah, it was good.
Nice.
All good.
I was in bed by 8:30, so best New Year.
That's so good.
How
Wish
good.
I was.
I can't do it. Can't stay up till midnight.
Yeah.
I'm useless past 8 p.m., so I don't see the value in staying up till midnight to be like, it's midnight. Good night. What's the point?
What'd you do for New Year, CJ?
I hung out with a few mates, and then we saw the fireworks in Broady, and then some of us went to the Cass.
Ooh,
Nice.
okay.
Fun.
okay.
How was the casino?
It was pretty packed.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what the CAS means?
Yeah, the cats.
Yes.
I had no idea what that did you
Oh, okay.
Well, I thought he was talking about In One Education. He went to Coach Kassim's house.
I thought it was like some Christian nightclub or something.
Yeah.
Christian nightclub.
Yeah. Actually, like CAS, Christ Always Saves.
Oh my
The CAS.
Do you know what?
Kaz.
So CJ told me church was closed
Mm.
for 2 weeks.
Well, yeah, this Sunday is our first one. Oh, by the time they see it.
That's the first I've ever heard of Jesus taking annual leave.
It's his birthday.
Yeah.
Didn't take time off. for
No
his
days
birthday.
off. No days off.
Nah, that's never what he brings. That's what Sunday is.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Sabbath every week.
I've seen a quote from him. No days off.
It was him or Jake Hold. I wasn't sure which one it was.
They both start with J.
Yes. Yeah.
Nice. What did you guys do?
I stayed out way too late. I was up until like 4:30 in the morning
Nice.
drinking.
Damn.
Yeah, but it was great. I only do it like once a year.
I'm always curious about the language around that. Like, does that count as staying out late or staying out early?
Well, I consider her as a rise and grinder.
Nice.
Like, you don't need to get ready if you stay ready.
Yeah.
Like,
Always
she's ready.
ready.
She's ready to attack the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
All the W's, baby. www. Win.
Win-win.
What'd you do, James?
I just went to a friend's house, Filipino barbecue.
Nice.
Yes, come on.
Had a feed. Didn't drink. I drank the night before. Partied pretty hard the night before. But no, just relaxed with my friends, my peers, and yeah, that was it.
Nice.
Nice.
Nothing exciting. Before we get into this podcast, do you guys have any quotes that you want to? Actually, no. Let's start with grateful. What are you grateful for?
Life.
Oh,
Just life in general.
all the W's.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Bidets.
Yes.
Ooh,
Bidets.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
If
You're just
I-
in Japan.
If I bought like my dream home, I don't have a dream home. My dream home is a home that has a kitchen and a toilet pretty much. But that toilet would be a Japanese Toto branded toilet with all the features, all the different types of sprays, pressure options, heat options, drying options, music, noise cancelling, everything that they have over there.
noise cancelling.
Yeah, like you press a button and it plays a sound to silence the sounds that you're
No
making.
way.
That's good because you know sometimes when you go like to a toilet and there's people outside the toilet,
worst.
so you're like, "Fuck, what do I do?"
Yeah, you
so
get
you're like,
stage fright.
yeah, and you start playing a podcast real loud on your phone. It's like,
I think they need elevator music in public toilets.
Yeah, it's
it's just way too loud.
and the dude next to you just go trying to do the same thing. It's like, oh god! Like even here at the gym, it's the worst when I'm in the toilet and I can hear people talking outside the toilet door.
That's why I don't go to the kitchen one because people come to the thing and it's like they're in there with you.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do it.
in there with you.
Do you know what I hit them with now though? You know when they knock? You know how people get awkward when I say come in.
The thing I
Nearly
need
done. Come
the thing I need to fix. I don't know why I've left it for 2 years. Is our lock mechanism how it's green when it's
Yeah.
locked
Yeah.
and red when it's not locked.
It just stays green either
Oh,
way.
it stays green all the time now. Yeah.
Okay, it stays green
Yeah.
all the time.
Do you know
Yeah.
why? Because we never stop here at
That's
Zero.
right. It's always, you can always come in, right?
Go, go, go.
James? Always
Go,
come
go,
in,
go.
guys.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm grateful for bidets and really sad to be home and back to fucking pleb toilet paper.
With running water that flush. Oh man.
CJ.
Grateful. What am I grateful for? I am so for Chrissy, I got a weighted blanket.
Ooh.
And I love it.
Yeah.
I flipping love
it's
it.
summer.
Yeah, but I
You
don't
put
know.
the aircon on here in 18 in the middle of winter. What are you doing with a weighted blanket?
Okay, hang on. Whoa. That's what I thought too. Being like a heavy blanket, it was going to be super hot, and I was like, "What's the point of me getting a blanket for Christmas in the middle of like Gold Coast summer?" But I don't know how it works, but it somehow keeps you cool being heavy. I don't know how, because like up until that point, like all summer, I've been sleeping literally with like a sheet because it's so hot. But yeah, the weighted blanket somehow just keeps you cool.
Nice.
And the weight on you is just really nice. I don't know why. That being said,
I'm a skeptic.
it is so heavy.
Yeah.
Like in the morning when it's a mess, it's like a workout trying to kick it because it's a 9 kilo blanket, which I actually think it's more than 9.
Have you guys ever like
No,
held them?
I want one though.
They're,
I've been wanting
they're
to get
full
one.
on. They're very heavy.
They're very. It's like you can't just like make your bed. You literally have to like pull. It's a proper.
But yeah,
like a heavy carpet.
people use them for that. Like people with anxiety get them. It's like
Yeah.
comforting to have the weight on them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want
right.
one.
I can't think of anything worse.
Yeah. Even when a blanket touches me, I can't fucking stand it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
James, what are you grateful for?
Oh, what am I grateful for? I am grateful for a few days off over the Chrissy period. I didn't take much time off this year, but the few days that I took off, I was grateful for.
Nice.
It was good.
That's a good one.
A little bit of a recharge.
Nice.
All right,
Drink charge,
Yeah.
by the sounds.
that's the one. All right, we're gonna rip into some quotes. CJ. Oh gosh, I didn't know this was coming.
Don't shrink yourself to fit in situations you've outgrown.
Ooh,
Ooh,
good one.
Don't go back.
is that why you said you didn't want to do the podcast today?
What? Oh yeah. Because
I've outgrown this
I've
small
outgrown
podcast.
this one. I've outgrown this one.
Tom, bro.
Yeah, wow. I actually knew that a quote was coming and I've done absolutely no work. So I'm going to pass and you're going to come back to me.
Bridget.
What you give power to has power over you. So yeah, don't focus on the negative stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mine's an original. I came off the top of my dome. It's a training one. There are men who train hard,
Oh,
God.
and there are men who hardly train. I train to make men hard.
So there's a group chat that some of our us lifters are on at the gym, and we only post. Well, actually, no, it's not just gym memes; it's all memes. And I posted this meme, and now I get to hear it 11 times a day.
I love it. It's just because the video was so motivational. I was like, oh, wait, what? What do you say?
Yeah, it's one of those like really dark videos of like a training montage, and that's the quote that gets played.
It's the best.
Oh my gosh.
Oh dear. I'm not going to say a quote. I'm just going to back off CJ's because I've been thinking about that sort of thing a lot in terms of people can only really box you into the lens that they see life happening through. So people will always try to speak to you and put you in the box that they feel you belong in. So like, someone saying to you, oh, you work too hard, you're going to burn out, you need to take a break. They can only sort of imagine what someone doing something is like if they were doing it in their current situation. And just like CJ basically said, if you're surrounded by people that are trying to keep you into a smaller box than you feel you belong in, you need to exit those situations.
I feel that.
Absolutely.
Pretty much on this episode of the podcast, I haven't really got anything planned. But I just want to talk about what to do, how to get back into the swing of things. Like Tom, bro, you just went to Japan. We've all had a little time off over the break. Training hasn't really been a priority. But what do you guys do to get back into the swing of things?
Hey, speak for yourself. Training's been a priority for me.
No, bro, you went and bench press 170. You do the same thing every holiday, eh? It's like, oh, I'll bench 170 for 3. I'll try squat this.
Yeah, look, I'm not here for your judgment.
Didn't go before. Did you guys get anything cool for Christmas?
I haven't got Christmas presents yet because we're doing a second Christmas when my parents come to stay, which
Oh,
is in a couple of weeks. So yeah, I still got my tree up, all the presents under the tree.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And you haven't opened them?
No, I went out to mum and dad's and we took each other like a couple of small presents, but that was it. I got a cool powerlifting shirt. It's like an alien cross with powerlifting shirt.
Oh, I
Ripley
didn't
on it.
understand that.
Yeah, so that's Ripley in the power loader. And
Okay.
it says Ripley's powerlifting.
Okay, I don't
Very
know.
cool.
don't
I
know
thought
what
that shirt was
is.
too good to be real. I was
I
like,
know.
that is not real.
I thought the same thing.
That's dope.
It was awesome.
What'd you get?
A weighted blanket, got some cash, undies as usual. I got you gave me a gift card with like the coolest drawing on
Yes, how good are the drawings?
drew me
What can I say?
playing the drums is this jacked ripped guy still repping the top knot. It was
Nice.
cool.
What do you mean, as this jacked rip guy? That's you.
That's why I drew it.
Yeah, that's you.
That's the lens with which I see you.
That's how I see you. Well, that's very nice.
That's all right.
What did I get? I bought myself some cool running shoes for Christmas.
Nice.
What'd you buy?
I got some Saucony.
Yeah.
They're the New York Marathon edition.
Nice.
So they're like I think I've told you this. You know how like we're all into sneakers? There's like a little underworld for runners. Like there's a wee subculture of like hype beast runners
Yeah.
that like wear cool shit. And so like these are like something really cool that I wanted.
Are they cool and also like a top rated running shoe?
Really good running shoe. They look sick as well. And like they only release so many pairs of them.
At your level of running,
Which isn't very high.
do you notice the difference in the shoes?
Yeah. Huge difference. Like you can't wear lots of them. The mistake that lots of people do when they get into running, they buy a carbon fiber shoe straight off the bat because they're a fast shoe. You know, you watch marathoners and that's what they wear in race, but they don't train in those shoes all year round. It's kind of like if you like,
don't-
I'm going to get into squats, so you bought knee wraps. You know what I mean?
They don't have huge mileage, right? Like 100 Ks a shoe or 200 Ks
Yeah,
a shoe.
like a race shoe should only last maybe in between 200 to 400 Ks.
Yeah, which is-
400
Wow.
pushing it.
which isn't a lot if you're training, what, 20 to 40 Ks a week?
Well, so I bought a pair of Nike Invincibles. It gets quite expensive, maybe 3 months ago, and they've already got over 400 kilometers in them.
Yeah, wow.
Wow.
So yeah, it gets exy.
Do you track that somewhere?
Yep. So I've got all the shoes in my phone and the Strava app.
Okay.
And so after each run, you pick which shoe
That's
you wore.
cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it notifies you when you've hit over 400 Ks in a shoe.
Do you just write the shoe or does it have all the brands all like preloaded?
Yeah, it's got them all preloaded, so you click the
far
shoe. Yeah. So it's actually really cool.
So that shoe you got, is that a race shoe?
No, so that's like a hybrid between a race and like a daily trainer. So it's got a nylon plate, so it doesn't actually have a carbon fiber plate. But yeah, so like shoe selection is really important when you're getting into running. Like I've seen so many people make this mistake over Christmas. They're like, cool, I want to get into running. And they've all bought carbon fiber shoes. They go for 2 runs, like my feet fucking hurt. So yeah, because your feet aren't fucking, I don't know if this is right, but your feet aren't strong enough to be running in carbon fiber.
Condition.
It's like if anyone that got into powerlifting, Tom bro, someone new to the gym, I want to start powerlifting, sweet. Chuck this suit on,
Yeah.
chuck these knee wraps on.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, this fucking sucks.
Sets of 8.
This hurts. I don't want to do this anymore. And it's the same thing with running with shoes.
Do good shoes like that feel good from the first run or do they start to feel good after they've worn it?
Nah, so carbon fiber shoes, they're kind of hard. They kind of hurt. They're good for fast stuff, but like a really good like pair of shoes that you wear like for your daily train, like a daily pair. They're all like max cushioned and they feel good from the get go.
Yeah, nice.
They feel like you're running on clouds.
Yeah.
But they're way slower. Like I'm guessing it's because of the what's the word? Like the reaction time, the response time from when you hit the ground. Like it's a carbon plate. As soon as you hit the ground, you're responding straight away. So it's like when you've got the extra bit of cushion, you hit the ground, you sink into the shoe, and you got to take off, and you're like, you're kind of coming off that foam again. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the way I look at it is like plyometric stuff. You know, like extensive pliers versus like a deep squat plyo. It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
So did you, when you raced recently, did you race with carbon fibers?
Yeah, always for race day. I forgot to say on the potty, I came 100th overall.
Really?
Yeah.
Out of how many?
people?
Out of how many people?
980 something.
Wow.
Thousand.
That's sick.
That's so cool.
I couldn't believe
1,000
it.
people.
Yeah.
Top 10%.
I couldn't believe
Nice.
That's actually amazing. Well done.
That is.
Thanks.
Yeah, cool.
That's trot.
All right. Well, getting back into training, right? Yeah, I feel like, for the people who are diehard actual like my life is training kind of people or people who have it so deeply ingrained, it never kind of goes away. And so I don't know, I feel like we should give those people just reassurance that if over the holiday period you're like, you know what, I want to go and train on Christmas Day, I want to go and train, 2 hours during this day that's like a family day, so what?
Fucking
Not a big
A.
deal. Go do it. You know,
Mhm.
if that's the thing that's providing you with joy, and you're not doing it from a place of, if I don't do this, I'll lose all my gains. You're doing it from a place of like, I genuinely want to be the best that I can be. I don't think there's anything wrong with doing that. And it kind of pisses me off when you see people lean so far towards like the it's okay to take time off crowd over Christmas. It's also okay to not take time off. It's important, like when people are sharing these messages of like, you can eat whatever you want over Christmas, and there's context to that. Some people like to stay rigid and stay to their goals, and can do so without compromising time with family and without compromising what's truly important in life. It's like you can find a balance of both, and that's totally cool. And I feel the same thing about traveling and holidays. A lot of people will be very much like, don't do anything, just take time off, whatever, don't work. Well, it's like, I can do both at the same time, and I really love doing both. Like, if my days are full, I feel like I've had an amazing day when I get to the end of it. And, you know, Meg and I went to Japan, and we both love training, so it was a priority during our travels to find gyms and train really hard at. Nothing wrong with that.
How good.
But yes, there are people who took time off, and that's totally okay too. And it can be a little bit of a kick in the guts trying to get back into it when you've had a very relaxed period of overeating or drinking or chilling out. So what do you guys reckon? What's your advice to people coming back in and feeling a little bit lost, or feeling like they've lost their gains and feeling weak? And
Well, I just go in there with no expectations, because I didn't have any intention of taking time off over Christmas. Then I went out to my parents. There's no gym out there. Didn't train for 5 days. Drank on New Year's Eve. Felt like crap for about 3 days after. So I've trained twice in like 10 days. So I just came in. I'm like, whatever happens, happens. So yeah.
And what
just
happened?
listen to your body. It wasn't as bad as what I was expecting. Yeah, like I didn't gain any strength, obviously, while I was taking time off, but I didn't lose any. So yeah, no, it was good.
And that's almost always what happens.
Yeah.
Especially if you go in with no expectations.
Yeah.
What about you guys? What'd you say?
For me, it's I always kind of don't really do anything in December, and I've kind of leaned into it more lately. But I still train. I still probably train like 3-4 times a week. Might run once or twice, which is still quite a lot. But I've got no expectations. I don't do anything. I just come in and do whatever I want when I do train. And I don't know. Maybe I haven't done too much, but same as Bridget, just kind of have no expectations. I train not to look a certain way, but because I enjoy it.
Yeah.
So that's the main thing. It's like, am I going to beat myself up because I've gained 5 kilos over Christmas? Like, nah, not really. I don't really care. I know I can lose that again just by being a little bit more consistent. And, you know, there's not as many occasions as to stray away from, I don't want to call it the task, because fitness is like a lifelong journey. But, you know, there's no distractions from here. Everyone's on the same path now in the new year. But December, have fun, let loose. That's what I did. But yeah, still love training.
CJ? What would your advice be to someone struggling to get back into it? Did you stay consistent over the...
Yes and no. Like, I think for me...
Oh, hang on. Pause here. Did you guys see his 260?
Yes.
Bench press.
And the bench.
And 125 bench?
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing.
Finally 2-plate bencher.
And 6-plate deadlifter. 6 blues.
Yes. Super stoked with that.
Well done.
Yeah, for me, I guess over Christmas, well, going into Christmas, I was on a roll with training. So I wanted to, I don't know, I was just really motivated to like keep it going. And I guess through Christmas, you know, for me, it's like a lot of family outings, a lot of house parties, a lot of catching up with old people, old friends. So there was a lot of late nights and all that. And I really tried to jam my training in between and make it work. And then coming to the new year, I really felt like I paid for it. Like trying to sustain, you know, like heaps of training while not really sleeping and eating bad and drinking and whatnot. And I think like for me, just like you guys say, like have grace for yourself, because this is like, I think something I always remind myself that you say is like, are you going to stop lifting, like, you know, in 2 weeks or whatever? Like, no, you're going to. So for me, it's like, well, even though I've taken like a little bit of time off and it's not been so consistent, I've kind of, you know, hurt my hip a little bit and, you know, dialed back squats and this and that. Like a lot of this accumulating like non-training days, and it can be very disheartening. But for me, it's like, well, I'm not going to quit lifting anytime soon. Like I'm going to, I love journey. Like I enjoy training, not so much a rush to get to a certain destination. So for me, it's just like, what are you going to do anyway? You're going to not train? Like, so anyone that, is disheartened, or you're not going to not train, you're just going to eventually train again and get into better routine, especially as the year kind of unfolds and this holiday season ends and you're in routine again. You just do it.
Yeah, exactly.
I find it really helpful to like refer to objective stuff. And so like in my experience in coaching, thousands of people over the years, you notice particular trends, and a few trends are like, if you take dedicated time off because of something like Christmas, where there might be a little bit of training but not much, there's poor recovery factors in terms of maybe eating the wrong stuff, wrong in inverted commas, drinking a lot, not sleeping as well. That time period that you take off is about the time period that it takes to feel normal. And so like if you have 2 weeks or a week and a half break over Christmas and you get back into it January 3rd or whatever, within a week and a half you feel pretty much back to where you were. If you get sick, it's normally double the time. So if you get gastro for 5 days, it normally takes about 10 days to get back on the horse and feel 100%. And the other thing is, you only need to, I go by an 83 rule, which is like 80% for 3 sets or 3 reps, 80% intensity or thereabout, 3 sets per body part per week, or 3 reps if we're doing strength training, is what it takes to maintain either muscle or strength. So when you look at it like that, you don't have to do jack shit. You'd have to do very, very little work to keep what you've got. So that's just to reassure people who get real panicky about like, oh, if I stop, I'm going to lose everything, or I had 2 weeks, it's all going to go backwards. A, what CJ just said, you're going to keep lifting, so it'll come back eventually anyway. And B, it's pretty hard to lose. And when it does slightly go down, it's very easy to get back. So you don't have to be scared. It's just about like, basically when you come back into the gym, I call it a reload. It's just essentially deload training to get back into it, and then just pick up where you were and keep going.
Nice.
You guys as coaches really practice that. Every time I've come to you guys going, oh, this feels horrible, or this hurts, or this. You've always managed it with the intensity and load with me. You've always been like, all right, dial it back here, or maybe do 1 less set there, or don't do those, do this. It can be very, I don't know, I'm very like, it kind of task driven in a way when I look at my program, and I can be like, this is what I have to do. And you guys like, it's not actually, you don't have to be so anal about what's written on the piece of paper or on the PDF and that's sort of like what you guys are always showing me and modeling. Like, it's not the end of the world if you don't do what was written here.
Yeah, one bad week isn't going to undo all your hard work.
Or one session, absolutely.
We all say that, and then Bridget has one bad session. She's crying. James has one bad session. He's binge drinking for 2 weeks. I come back after 6 weeks holiday and fucking try and max out, and then get upset when I don't PB after 6 years.
It's so funny. We always joke about this. I'll like eat like a dickhead for like 2 weeks, and then stand on the scales and go. It's like, how did that happen? There's only one way it happened. Same with Bridget when she's lost weight. It's like, yeah, well, you fucking said you didn't eat anything for 5 days.
5 days. Jeez.
It's funny, but it's also self-awareness. Like, I know for me, like, I come from a background of being an obese kid, eating disorder through my teenage years, really, really bad relationships with food for most of my life. And so I know for a fact that if I even slightly overeat for 2 days, I feel like I have to chronically exercise. And that's completely stupid. And logically, I know that. Emotionally, my brain still finds it hard to deal with. So if I'm going around and eating tons of shit, if I'm in Japan and eating whatever I want, my brain's just like, you have to walk more, you have to go to the gym more, you have to train harder, you have to cut these meals here. And for me, it's like, well, if I satisfy that a little bit, I can ignore it altogether. So I'm just like, okay, I'm going to walk the long way, or I'm going to do extra steps, or I'm going to skip this meal, but I'm just going to overeat later anyway. But if I can satisfy that voice a little bit, I know I've got complete control. And then there's this other thing in my head that's just like, you know what's going on, but you're also trying to trick yourself, which is kind of cool because you have control. And that's all it always comes back down to, is like feeling in control, being empowered. You can sort of override that over-emotional state. And so many people get so emotional about all this Christmas stuff. They get so emotional about, oh, I drank for 3 days. Now, I'm so fat. It's like, you can't get fat in 3 days. Like, it's hard to put on fat that quickly. So it's just learning to understand what's actually going on and then sort of reconciling that with whatever's happening emotionally.
Does anyone have any fitness goals, strength goals for 2023? CJ, go on, chuck some numbers out there.
Yeah, I mean, what's next? I'd love to bench 130, deadlift 270, squat 270.
Nice.
That'd be cool.
All very achievable for you.
Yeah. Managing expectations.
I think that bar's set too low.
I was going to say, I thought he'd squat 300.
I'd set your numbers higher.
Yeah.
If you
That's
stay
a
as
hard
consistent as you've stayed.
That's a hard one because I don't know. See, this is again the mental thing. Like at the comp that this year, when was that novice comp? March, April.
Mm-hmm.
Like I pulled 255. So I see that as like, oh, I've only put 5 kilos on my deadlift, and I've been training pretty consistently till now.
Unpeaked.
Yeah, but you weren't peaked, and you'd not been eating and not
That is
all
true.
that stuff that
It
you
was-
just said.
Yeah. See what I mean? It is a mind thing.
And you're not on the same drug cycle you work back.
Jesus was on holiday too. Didn't have his backing.
Oh, yeah, that's true. He went away. Oh, okay, left me.
Just CJ's natty. Just to clarify for the listeners.
Yeah,
Natty.
when I benched that, like, so what did I bench at comp? Like 112, and I did 125. Steve Wang replied to it going like, you know, they say your bench is the first thing to blow up when you start running gear. I was like, what are you saying, Steve? Oh, yeah. What do you got? I don't know if they're too low.
You just want to get better at powerlifting.
Yeah. For me, the main goal is the consistency. Just to keep, like, I want to be as consistent as I have been in 2022 going to this year.
Sweet. Well, we'll get the novice comp calendar released
Thank
soon,
you.
and we can pick a date for you.
Novice Pro-Am.
You're not doing another novice comp.
Not allowed.
Yeah, you're not allowed.
I'm not allowed. They've banned me.
Good. Bridget.
I want to see what I can do in sleeves. I'm out of wraps now, and so obviously all my squat PBs are in wraps.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I want to see what I can PB in sleeves.
That's not a number.
Well, I'd like to hit my wrap PB in sleeves, which is 120.
Nice.
So, but I reckon I could do that pretty soon. Like, yeah.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't think I'm far off.
Are you going to get Inzes?
I've been thinking about it. They're so expensive, but yeah, I want them.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
What about Muay Thai? She does Muay Thai now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She's a
Yes,
fighter.
that's not boxing. I went to the gym and they do boxing, Muay Thai, MMA, and Jiu-Jitsu, and they talked me into Muay Thai
Nice.
because they're like boxing. You only have 2 weapons. Muay Thai, you have 8. So I was like, all right.
Now she
sweet,
wants to
let's
throw
do that.
elbows and knees.
So that's the 8. Hands, feet,
Yeah.
knees, elbows.
Yeah.
How's the other day? I kicked her. I went like this. And she goes, no, wait, we haven't learned that yet.
That's what's going to happen in a fight. You can't throw those. I won't learn how to defend
We've
them.
only done hands. I was like,
We haven't learned that yet.
oh.
James, what are the goals?
Marathon.
Yes.
Nice.
Marathon.
And 600 total in the same weekend.
Yes.
What?
What?
Do you know, so after doing that bench only comp, it made me realize I don't like competing in powerlifting.
What do you
Myself. I love coaching it way more. And that weekend solidified it. I was like, man.
Can you do me a favor this week, CJ? Can you go through all of the ZeroW podcasts and
jeez.
take out all the clips of James saying he loves powerlifting, he hates powerlifting, he loves powerlifting, he hates powerlifting?
That'll be good. No. Sorry, do we need to fix that?
Oh, yeah, we do. Good call.
No. I just didn't enjoy competing. Maybe it's because I didn't prep. I didn't peak my bit. Like, all the fuck, I could make all the excuses in the world, but I didn't do
Because you
very
only
well.
got your opener. That's why you didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, that's yeah. You're right. Actually, I had a
Yeah.
bad performance.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just want to play more basketball. I
Yeah,
want
that's
to.
good.
I don't know. I've been dabbling with a little bit of Olympic weightlifting.
Nice.
I've having fun with that. I don't know. Maybe push some of those lifts.
It's such a flex, Ollie lifting. Whenever,
Yeah.
even when you had like Uncle Neil, that was Ollie lifting here. It's like, it's such a cool thing to see. So yeah, it'd be dope.
It was cool to watch him clean and jerk 30 kilos. It was sick.
But that's the thing, the weight wasn't impressive, but the actual lift is dope.
Doesn't Josh Takua do it a bit as well?
Yeah, he
Sure, I
just
used to
randomly
see
maxes
him.
out as well.
Yeah.
Isn't that just his training plan?
Yeah.
That's just his program. It's the name of it. Randomly max out whenever I feel like. And lift more than all of you.
What a weapon.
Oh man.
Yeah, I just want to.
What about running goals? Like, what do you have a specific number for the marathon?
I just want to complete it.
Yeah.
I just want to experience 42 kilometers.
Nice.
Lots of people say, like, for your first marathon, try not to set any expectations. Because, like, it's all about experiencing 42 kilometers for me.
If you were to estimate based on your current skill, what do you think your time might be?
Sub 3 hours 20.
Okay.
Yeah. But I want to PB my half marathon as well. So I'm doing a half marathon in like 13 weeks.
Which was 146?
143.
143.
And just recently I did 139 in the 25K race.
Nice.
So then hopefully I can go 135.
When you say you did 139 in the 25K, you mean you hit the half marathon at 139?
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
And it's crazy because when you think about it, it's only 4 minutes, but that's so much faster per kilometer.
Yeah.
So my buddy John, he came 20th in the...
Wow. In the 25.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Far out.
So he finished, was it like 9 minutes before me or 10 minutes before me? But he was running 4:04 per kilometer, where I was running 4:41. So it doesn't sound like that much, but it's so much fucking faster.
Does running have a similar trajectory in terms of progress as lifting? Like lifting, you can kind of linearly climb for a long time.
I'm still getting the noob gains.
So you're still rapidly increasing.
Yeah. So I'm getting really fast quickly, but
That's dope.
So for someone like John, what a year of training, what would he be hoping to shave off?
maybe 2 seconds off his time.
Whoa.
3 seconds. Yeah.
Oh, that's so painful.
That's so painful over that distance.
Yeah. So his last half mara was like 4:11 per K. And then this one he did 4:04.
Wait, so when you say shave off 2 seconds, you mean of your per
kilometer, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought you meant of the whole thing.
overall.
I'm like, oh man, that's like racing cars.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah.
But do you know what's cool to see? There's so many people in Zero that are running now, that are getting into it.
Okay, hang on. That's not cool to see. That's cool in your lens. It's zero weakness, not zero slowness.
Like shout out Mitch Risman. He just ran 6Ks yesterday.
Yeah.
Jack clocks up some Ks. Jack Barnes bought running shoes. I don't know if he's actually running.
Yeah, people are skipping in the gym now.
No, Steve Wang's been doing that for years.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah.
Really, for years?
Yeah.
He's been doing it since day one.
Wow.
In fact, most of his sessions were just skipping for a long time.
Belly lifting.
Uh,
Well, the Tabocho's going to get a ring this year?
yeah, play more basketball. That's the other thing. Did I say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Just have fun.
Can you dunk?
No, but I said no, but CJ, I've said this. I told you that was one of my goals, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to be able to, by the end of the day, I want to be able to fucking grab the rim properly.
Nice. Do you think anyone here could dunk?
Kieran Hinch probably could.
Oh, has he
What?
got hops?
You probably
Yeah.
could too.
I don't know about that.
No, you actually probably could. I think I told you, CJ, Thomas has got bounce.
Really?
Yeah.
That's right, baby.
If I showed you how to run and jump properly, like towards a hoop, I reckon you could dunk.
I reckon I could tear a quad.
Jeez.
Yeah, Kieran Hinch,
Wow.
Jimmy Barnes. Jimmy Barnes can actually yam it.
Can you really?
Yeah, he's very athletic. I'm going to say Kieran Hinch and maybe Jimmy Barnes.
Kieran.
Kieran's got bounce.
I've seen Kieran jump.
Yeah.
Kieran can jump.
Damn.
Yeah, he was a sprinter.
He's just a he's one of these like type 2 muscle twitch kids. Like he's just very explosive in everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, that used to be my party trick for selling memberships. Like I don't know if you remember the homemade plyo boxes I had.
No, but you've told me this.
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever said it on here. I used to have these 2 homemade plyo boxes because I was really into jumping, like just plyo box training when I opened the gym. And I used to walk people around the gym. It would take about 30 seconds because the gym was so small and there were 6 pieces of equipment and be like, yeah, squats, bench, deadlift, welcome. But there's my boxes. But I would sell them on like, you know, strength training is I used to go down like this functional path. You know, regular training, you won't be able to do stuff in your day-to-day life, but strength training makes you strong at everything. It was all bullshit. Like, I believed in it, which is why I sold memberships. But looking back, what are you talking about? But it'd be like I bet you I can jump on that box, and they'd always be like, nah, I don't believe it. I'll be like, I'll show you, and I'd just like do a box jump onto this high box, and I'd be, yeah, it was my little sales trick.
Yeah, I reckon. I honestly reckon you could dunk if I showed you.
I want to try.
We got to try it. Put a pair of your Jordans to use.
That would be insane.
Yeah,
Like that would be so cool.
do you reckon a lot of that's got to do with BMXing too? Like that's why you're like kind of before strength training, you're
springy.
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe.
because lots of dudes that I know, I don't know many, but dudes I went to school with that rode BMX and did downhill mountain biking, they're all very powerful dudes. Like all had big forearms. Same thing, could all jump high.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe. Who knows?
Wow.
I've got. I'm doing an April 1 APL New South Wales States down at Strength Tribe in Sydney. So I'm going to do that equipped.
Let's go.
And I think about the numbers non-stop, but the one that I really want is just a 400 squat. If I get a 400 squat, I'll be very happy.
Have you put 400 on your back?
Yeah, I failed it.
Fuck.
Yeah, I failed it, and then I sent it to Idan, and he made that video of that guy crying. So I failed it, and it's just like, "Ah!" Back when he was the guy that made videos of everyone.
He used to do it so quick too, eh?
Yeah. So yeah, I tried it once in here in the last prep, and that prep I just peaked too early. I peaked like 3 weeks too early, so I only ended up squatting 385, I think, or 380. I can't remember. So yeah, I just really want to squat 400. I'll be happy with that. Bench press, I need to touch the chest at some point to not bomb. And deadlifts, pretty much if I beat the 365 I did the other day, I'll be stoked as well.
With equipped bench, like, is there a timeline? Like, when it's like, all right, now, okay, I still haven't touched my chest yet. Is it more of a, I need to add more weight, or is it like, okay, now I need to change bench shirt. I need to put on a softer shirt. How does that work?
This shirt, I don't know if it was I bought it off someone, and I'm not sure if it was brand new, but it's pretty much brand new. So I've only used it twice, I think, or 3 times. So it's just going to take a few more weeks to break in, and then I should be able to move a bit more. I should be able to touch with like 250 or 240 or something.
Okay.
Nothing too crazy.
Because I see with lots of experienced equipped lifters still in competition today, they'll open raw on bench.
Yeah, it's just because they suck.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and that's not being rude. It's just like you should have the skill to be able to do the sport you're doing. Like if you have to open raw and then put 100 kilos on it and a shirt, it just means you don't have any faith in your ability to do it in the first place.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you would have opened with a shirt. So, yeah, I think that just comes down to skill.
You know, when you with the squats, equipped squats, how long does it take to recover from putting 400 kilos on your back?
I don't know. I've only done it once and I failed. And my ego still hasn't recovered.
Were you like
400's insane.
That's what I mean. Surely that's got to
ego.
it's got to take a toll. Like
Equipped, like because you're going above your max every session.
that's what I mean.
So it does provide or it does produce a bit more fatigue than raw training. But you adapt to it pretty quick. Like within a block or two, it just kind of feels it's still very fatiguing, but it doesn't feel that much more fatiguing than when you're doing a peaking block raw.
Because
it's a very different experience the more experienced you are. So like the more experienced you are, the more efficient your muscles are at creating and transferring power. Every rep you do, you can use more muscle, and as a result, you produce more fatigue. So like as you guys continue through your lifting journey, once you've hit 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, or whatever, you'll be able to create more fatigue. And it's also complemented by the fact that as you get older, you recover poorer, you know? So like they take it out of you. I don't feel it so much in day to day as much as I do. Like I go to do accessories and I'm just weak. I'm just gassed.
what's the worst? What's the worst to recover from? Squat, bench, or deads?
Probably squats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when I watch you bench, like, because you've got a very high raw squat as well. But when I watch you benching, you're benching so much more than your max for like reps. Does that not fuck you up?
But it's the same with squats.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's the same with squats. I think the hard thing with bench is like, with squats, it's like I ramp up slowly because I go the suit with no knee wraps and a bigger suit, and then the comp suit with knee wraps, and then the straps up, and each level you can go harder and harder.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas with the bench, I've only got the one shirt that I'm using at the moment, and it's like comp shirt. So it's like, it's heavy straight away, and which is why it moves like an inch.
Wow.
I don't
How
have
are we doing
anything
for
else.
time? How
We
much
good.
time you got?
I got another 5 to 10 minutes
5 minutes.
before I have to bail.
5 minutes. Well, what's everyone most excited for 2023? Training, business, life.
Seeing where we're at in a year's time again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing.
What about competition stuff? Like, what are your eyes most set on? Is it the marathon?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you have a date?
Just the Gold Coast Marathon, which is July.
July.
July 2nd or 3rd.
Bridget?
I just want to keep getting consistently better at everything. Yeah. And a better person than I was the day before.
Nice.
Yeah, that's it. Just excited for life in general.
Amazing.
Just keep plotting on the Journey 300.
Nice.
I thought it was
That's
270.
cool.
Wait,
Yeah.
300 what?
Bench.
He's coming for you, Coop.
No way, Coops. You've got that in the bag before I was born. Both squat in deads.
Yeah, let's go.
I'd really like. Long term, I'd really like to do it before I'm 30,
Yeah, sick.
and I turned 28 this year, so running out of time.
Imagine that. Imagine if CJ totals 700. 300 squat, 300 bench. I mean,
300 dead, 100 bench. Is that 120 now?
Well, I've lost. I've gone backwards in
I
bench.
can't wait for the day that you outbench James. Because then he's got nothing. Then he's got dots.
He's got dots, Wilkes, or whatever. Yeah, he's got.
Dots, Wilkes, whatever. See, he doesn't give a fuck about that already. Dots, Wilkes, whatever.
Everyone's got that on me. I'm so heavy.
No dots in the jungle, baby.
No dots in the jungle.
No CPAPs in the jungle.
Gosh. Yeah, that's right.
Fuck, I'm
Yeah.
fucked then. Can't live without mine.
Oh man.
For me, I'm really excited for Zero Cans. It opens in 2 weeks. Opens on the
Yay.
16th to members, and we got 100 members straight off the bat.
Wow.
Come
That's,
on.
yeah, that's crazy.
That one's going to
That's
blow up. Really excited to see what the guys put together up there. So thank you, Wes and Brooke. They're doing an amazing job up there, and that gym is going to be awesome.
How's the other gyms going?
Really good. Yeah, everyone's killing it. We've got all our new monoliths and benches arriving in a couple of weeks, which is also very exciting. Having that zero run of equipment, and that'll be available to everyone. You'll see us put out some photos and videos of the new stuff. We got combos coming this year. We got calibrated plates, weight trees, deadlift platforms. We're going hard on the equipment side of things this year as well. So that's cool.
Did you say calibrated plates?
Yeah, gonna give zero calibrated plates a run. In the meantime, Happy New Year, Ground Zero members. We're replacing every single calibrated plate in here with brand new Alicos. So we got that coming in a couple of months.
Let's go.
Wow.
Look forward to that.
Can't wait to move all of it.
Jesus God.
At least we have aircon now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Let's go. So, are you saying there's zero calibrated plates coming?
No, so we're getting a Lico.
We're getting
We're getting Alico here, but I'm also manufacturing zero calibrated
Damn.
So
plates.
cool.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
Any other new moves?
Some that we can't talk about.
Okay, okay.
But yeah. Not sure where the next gym's going to be, but there's one happening. We've got a few things in the works there. But yeah,
Sick.
Exciting.
plodding along.
Let's go.
Awesome. All right, we'll catch you next time. Hit us up with what you want to hear us talk about. Give us some topics for 2023, some guests for 2023. We'll love you and catch you on the other side.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to the ZeroW Podcast. If you want more information, head to our Instagram, @zero_weakness. Hit the link in the bio for all of our services and any information on upcoming workshops and events. Don't forget to leave us a 5-star review so we can have a broader reach and answer more people's questions. Thank you once more.